Our goal is to create a society with moral and godly standards by using the influence of our well-built programs to pass the right message. Glass FM, your number one radio station.
Good evening to you listener out there. I want to welcome you to another edition of your favorite show, The Overview, here on your number one online radio station, Glass FM. Well, if you're just tuning in for the first time, I want to say a special welcome to you out there. And The Overview is a program where we get to discuss a lot of things ranging from health matters, educational matters, and lots more. And on today's edition of The Overview, we'll be talking about parenting. I'm your host, Sunday Namini Rejoice, and I'll be taking you through with the topic parenting. First of all, we'll be diving in straight into who a parent is. A parent is a father or mother who takes care of his or her child or children and others in the household. Parenting is therefore the act of providing care and affections to members of the household. Parenting mostly involves the father and the mother. There are also types of parents, which are the biological parent, adoptive parent, foster parent, also step parent. And the biological parents are parents who has a genetic relationship directly to the children. The adoptive parents are those who through legal means take a voluntary responsibility to train up a child. Thus, they are not directly related to the children by genes. They just went out to adopt the children through legal means, to take the children as their own, to take care of their needs, to show them affection, and so on and so forth. Also, there are also foster parents, a person who nurtures or provides a parental care to a child who is not related to him or her by blood or by legal ties. There are also single parents. A single parent might be a biological or the adoptive parent to the child, is one who also takes sole responsibility of nurturing a child. Then also the step parent. In this case, the step parent is a father. Is in a case whereby either the father or the mother remarried, and then that's the cases whereby we get to have step parents. We'll be going on a musical break, and when we come back, we are going to tell you more about parenting. Don't go nowhere. It's still Glass FM, and I'm your host, Sunday Namini Rejoice. Don't go nowhere.
From the dust until dawn, yeah, I'll survive, 'cause I got sweet victory. Nobody can take it from me. Sweet victory. 'Cause I got sweet victory, yeah. You see me lippin', I know you see me lippin'. You can't tell on these CDs, well, bro, I'm knee deep in it. I'm waiting in my weakness, he may be deep in it. I be lying through my teeth to say I don't resent it. Even as I write these lines, I'm close to tears. My body ain't been working right for 7 years. Miss me with that, keep your chin up, try to smile. Bro, I'm 26, I should feel better by a mile. Keep all your anecdotes and cute quotes. I'll pass on cliches for true hopes. I dope. Feel thorns where my crown was. I'll be weak, but I'm alive from the dust until dawn, yeah. I'll survive, 'cause I got sweet victory. Nobody can take it from me. Sweet victory. 'Cause I got sweet victory, yeah. Toast to the king. Cheers to the ceiling. Feeling good, we gon' make it to the finish. Yes. Sweet victory. You hear me? Highly if you feel me. Yeah, we still running even though we limping. Yes. Sweet victory. 'Cause we winning. Yeah, you know we winning. Even though on them songs, they clapping in them stands. They like, I bet you get a lot of them steps from rubber bands. So when I say it's been a half few years, they think I'm playing. But you don't know my life, boy. You don't know my life, boy. You don't know what it's been like on my wife, don't know my fight, boy. Been in them trenches, steady trying to fight my foes. And when I couldn't fight no more, he rolled me low, he rolled me low. I know I can't bear it low.
Feel thorns where my crown was. I'll be weak, but I'm alive from the dust until dawn. Yeah, I'll survive, cause I got sweet victory. Nobody can take it from me. Sweet victory, cause I got sweet victory. Yeah.
Toast to the game, cheers to the ceiling, feeling good. We gon' make it to the finish.
Sweet victory.
You hear me? Holla if you feel me. We still running even though we're limping.
Sweet victory.
Cause we winning. Yeah, you know we winning. Even though we win it, we still in it.
Sweet victory.
Cause we winning. Yeah, you know we winning, now we living.
Sweet victory. Yeah.
They like.
Alright, welcome back from that musical break. It's actually a throwback Thursday where we get to play you songs and songs of the past. Welcome back from that break, and if you're just tuning in for today, we are talking about parenting. We discuss who a parent is and the types of parents that we have, and we'll be diving in straight into some of the responsibilities of parenting. The first one I'll be taking here is to teach respect for other people, including oneself. One of the responsibilities of a parent is to instill morals, to teach your children how to respect others out there, and also for the child to be able to respect oneself. The second one I'll be taking is to help the child in making decisions based on their own learned experience. As a parent, you're supposed to be able to help your child to take decisions based on your own learned experience. You should be able to teach the child through your own experience on how to take some certain decisions in his or her own life. Also, the third one I'll be taking is to provide love and unconditional acceptance. As a parent, you're expected to be able to love your child, to be able to show support to your child, show unconditional acceptance to your child. The fourth one here is to provide material needs. As a parent, you are expected to provide shelter, clothing, food, educational needs, and so on and so forth. And the fifth one here is to be able to provide love and encouragement. As a parent, you are expected to be able to show unconditional love to your child, to be able to encourage them to be able to encourage them to take certain decisions in life, and also to be able to provide food, clothing, and shelter. As a parent, one of the responsibilities, you should be able to provide food, clothing, and shelter to your children. Also, there are some of the tips for good parenting. Some of the tips here for good parenting, you should be able to listen to your child's feelings You should be able to listen to your child's feelings about things that arises. Maybe your child is going through something. You should be able to hear the view from your own child, and you should be able to show support and moral care to your child. The second one here is to encourage your children when they do positive things, and don't just go ahead to criticize the action. You should just go ahead to criticize the action and not the child. That's in cases whereby your child gets to do something. Don't just be in a hurry to just throw out harsh words to your child. You should be able to criticize the act in which the child did, and should be able to show care and love even as you get to correct your child. Alright, we'll be going on a time out, and when we come back, we are going to be taking you more and more deeper into parenting. Don't go nowhere. It's still Glass FM. We'll be going on a time out, and when we come back, we'll tell you more. Don't go nowhere.
With over 30 countries listening to us all over the world, we still continue to raise the bar when it comes to entertainment.
With riffs and runs, especially when it's worship. Do you understand? You can't just start on...
Wore the crown with dignity.
Ibombe! 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 Ibombe!
Sports.
Throw it out this time. The defence is looking very vulnerable here. They just can't cope. It's a searching ball.
Current affairs.
How has the project affected the price change for transportation
it
so far?
changed many things, many things. People are trekking, suffering, going up and down.
And lots more. Last FM, your number one radio station.
Welcome back from that time out. It's still Glass FM and I'm still your host Sunday Namni Rejoice. And when we were on that time out, Rokatina stepped into the studio and he'll be joining us on the program. Rokatina, good day to you.
Well, I have to say good evening to the listener out there. Good evening, Rejoice. How are you doing? And
fine.
I was listening to the program and I just have to come to the studio and I was kind of, okay, let me just try to see how Rejoice is doing and how the program is going as well.
Yeah, the program is going fine. On today's topic, we are talking about parenting, and I'd like to know your view on some of the types of parents and some of the responsibilities of parents.
Well, talking about the types of parenting, when I was there, I was listening to you when you were talking about, foster parents, and you're talking about a whole lot of parenting like that. But when you're talking about something of such, it just boils down to same thing. It just boils down to same, they have same categories. Some will kind of be an adopted parent to a child. Some are going to be, just as the way we do call them biological parents.
Yeah.
And and a whole lot of such like that. But when it comes to something like that, you notice that their responsibilities happen to be the same. Encouraging the child, providing for the child, be everything for that child. Because if they're not being everything to that child, that's when you find out that children are being wayward. I remember this word that people used to say around. They say what? Let me divert a little, okay? They tend to say, spare the rod and spoil your child, something like that. So it's just to tell us that parents are there to guide.
Yes.
Parents are there to guide. And being a parent doesn't mean that, okay, you just bear children and allow them be on their own. You don't just bear children and allow somebody train them for you. You don't just bear children, or maybe you don't just adopt children in order for you to say, okay, let me just have somebody that will bear my name at the end of the day, and then I don't just do well for that person. And being a parent, it means that when you are with a child, whether yours or not, you should be able to take care of that child, or you should be able to do things the way a parent of that child is going to do it for the child. And you find out that some parents will be kind of, okay, I don't have a child, let me go adopt. But when God decides to give them their own, what they do is they just forget about that one day.
Yeah, they tend to start maltreating that other one.
And that is very, very bad.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be still taking some of the tips of good parenting. Well, another tip for good parenting is a parent shouldn't feel shy about discussing sensitive issues about puberty. Like in cases whereby your child is growing up, you should be able to open up to the child and tell him these are the dangers involved in this. Don't go about doing this because it will lead to this. You get, because in some cases find out that the children are growing up and the parents feel they just don't have that. They feel shy to kind of open up and tell the child, as you are growing up, you will encounter this, and when this happens, you should be able to do this or that. What can you say about that?
Well, talking about something of such,
yeah,
parents who does that, it's in the olden days that you find out that parents who grow their children, they give them a good sense of belonging when it comes to this, but they don't talk to the children on the issues affect such. But in our present day society, you find out that parents are being shy on telling their children that if you do this, it will end up to doing that. Okay, let me talk to the female gender, for instance.
Yeah.
A lot of parents, they don't tend to tell their children the truth. When a child is hanging out with the wrong set of people, parents will be kind of, the only thing they will tell you is be careful on all these things. It's when that child go out there, experience the world, that's when the child will begin to know that, yes, this thing I did is not actually the right thing. But for parents, they're supposed to come out plain and tell the children, okay, when you go there, when you start having when you start having an affair at an early stage, it will lead to untimely pregnancy, and as such, it's not just that untimely, but you might lose your life at the end of the day, because it's. I remember somebody who took in at the age of was it 12 or so, and then the parents were kind of it's just to tell you that my daughter is being fruitful or something like that.
Fruitful.
So yes, that's to tell you that that's not the kind of a parent and such a mother is supposed to say to her daughter.
All right, we'll be going on a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be wrapping up the show. Don't go nowhere. It's still Glass FM.
Yeah, that shit they wanna know me. No, they wanna know who we are. All right, but I'm Frank, the undefeatable rich boy. Wait a minute, let's talk about who we are. Yeah, a lot of people got thinking that we don't know. Yeah, but we know we're the only one who can never fail. Yeah, we know the greater one inside of us.
Yeah, I never thought I would go this far, but God took me up and made me a star. I'm looking so clean like a brand new car. It's obvious, no question, no boy. Say I don't know.
Now we be this so. We be the only one who never fail. Now we be this so. We be the type where they speak in tongues. Now we be this so. We be the only one who never fail. Now we be this so. We be the type where they speak in tongues. Yeah. If you wanna know Jesus is my elevator, what you gonna do? Hop into this escalator. Do what I do if you don't mind. Put your hands up if you feel me. But we know we're the only one who can never fail. Yeah, we know the greater one lives inside of us.
Yo, I'm so free like the bird in the air. I'm flying on the poster, you can find me everywhere. God lives in me to tell me why I go fear. He has been my helper from day one up to this year. So
now we be this. Now we be this. Now we be this. We be the only one who never fail. Now we be this. Now we be this. We be the type where they speak in tongues. Now we be this. We be the only one who never fail.
All right, welcome back from the break. It was such an amazing time with Rokatina here in the studio because he came through. All right, we are talking about parenting. I hope you out there, you learned a lot about parenting, the types of parents, and some of the certain things that you as a parent, you should be able to do. Before we wrap up the show, we'll be telling you some of our social media handles where you can meet us, you can connect with us straight there for sponsorship and advert placement. On Facebook, you can catch us at Glass FM, Instagram at Glass FM Radio Station, Twitter at glass_FM. If you can email us at glassfm.tv@gmail.com. And the phone lines in which you can get to communicate with us directly are +234 812 880 345 and 2. I call it again, +234 812 880 3452. Okay, Rokatina, can you say bye?
Well, to the listener out there, in case you're a parent, try to be a very good parent to your children and then teach them in the right way and not to lead them astray.
Okay, thank you. It was such an amazing time with you. Do well to stick to Glass FM for more and more information. Bye for now.